today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New York Jets. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made because last year, we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? Now Michael Carter, who played nearby in college in Chapel Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's a give to Carter. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, we'll take a look there at the draft class for the New York Jets. Robert Saleh, the new head coach. He's got his quarterback as they took Zach Wilson, number 2, and moved Sam Darnold down to Carolina.
And we might end up saying that Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss, taken at number 34, could go down as one of the steals in the draft. The wide receiver was drawing rave reviews as far back as the OTAs. And one other one that we should note, how about how they manipulated the draft? Traded at number 14 to take the guard, Elijah Vera-Tucker, out of USC to protect Zach Wilson.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This is caught. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense, led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his 4th season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
Many people put stock in a quarterback's record as a starter, and Sam Darnold just 13-25 overall with the Jets. So many think that he's not going to be the guy, but there's a lot of talent there, and the Carolina Panthers are expecting it to come out. This could be a classic case of a change of scenery could do him well, plus the surrounding cast that he's inheriting in Carolina, better than anything he played with in New York. This is a great opportunity for Sam Darnold.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Carter to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependent.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Caught here by Griffin. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, open is Thomas.
They got completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ashton Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. To try again after the sack. Darnold, and he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Panthers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Third and long, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again is Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he?
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis as the first half is winding down, and the Jets are going to retake the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Ben Roethlisberger has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Chris Carson has a touchdown run. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Gets this to the former Jet, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Draw play, Darnold giving to McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carter once more. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So that one will be accepted. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Darnold now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Again, he finds more. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. It's Moore. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
He'll have a first down inside the 10, and he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Defense. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like when you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. Now Wilson on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Griffin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The former Cardinal Hassan Reddick in on the tackle. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll run with Carter. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. Wilson to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So Darnold and the Panthers now down 21-14, a minute 13 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Darnold. This is Anderson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Darnold to throw. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Darnold. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now Darnold. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow?
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Jets, it's a victory in the debuts of Zach Wilson and Robert Saleh, 2 guys whose fortunes will be intertwined in the years to come. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to make amends next week as